Hey there everybody, what is going on? My name is Aditya and welcome back to another brand new video regarding Semantic UI. And in today's video, it is going to be a little bit of promotional video, I guess. And I just created the Udemy course for the Semantic UI. I put it down over there just so that I'll be able to earn a bit of money. I had no other intentions, but you can get almost everything up from that course over here for the free of cost. I thought that putting the course for free is a really good idea because I believe in free education, you know that. And I just put down the course over there for $30 so that I'll be able to earn a little bit of money, maybe $15 or so I'll be earning, and $15 will be going to the Udemy. And I hope so they are earning it for they are using it for the right purposes. But anyways, $15 is coming to me. That's a really good thing. And if you want to support this course, if you came all the way down to this bonus lecture now, I guess you should go ahead and do that if you want to support me, or else just don't. I don't really care. I believe in free education. I paid off to only 2 or 3 courses which I really liked. But anyways, I guess so. I just messed with the mic a little. But anyways, let's just get into the theming part inside of Semantic UI. Semantic UI is based on a framework named as Less. Now, Less is a kind of preprocessor for the CSS. Let me just take a little bit of breathe. So CSS is a little less. LESS is a CSS framework. CSS preprocessor. You can go ahead and install the theming for the LESS by simply going ahead and typing in their install, and as soon as it pops up the repository list, you're simply gonna be putting their LESS, and you'll be able to set the syntax to the LESS because by default Semantic UI doesn't provide any less support in default. But anyways, how do you get all of these source files? So I'm simply gonna go ahead and open up the folder. Now in this case I'm going to the new volume D and their Semantic UI. Obviously all of these files are not going to be there, so in that case what you want to do is go ahead to the file, open command prompt. Well, by the way, to continue with this thing, you're going to be requiring something that is the Node.js. Now Node.js is a library, I must say it is having a package manager. That's all we care about. Node.js comes with the npm, which is also meant to be Node Package Manager. Now, Node Package Manager is kind of thing which allows you to go ahead and manage the repositories onto your system. But let's just get right into it. I'm gonna open the Semantic UI inside of the directory I want it to be, and the very first thing that you want to go ahead and do is hit npm install. Well, by the way, if you are on Linux or Mac, I guess you know how to install this kind of thing, because if you use this system, obviously you're gonna be needing a little bit of knowledge about that. I don't really care, but anyways, for the Windows, you're simply gonna be putting there npm install -g gulp. And what does that mean? It is gonna install the gulp over here inside of my entire computer, which means anybody can from any page, from any I don't know, from any directory, you can go ahead and run the gulp command. So anyways, that's the gulp, and you're simply gonna be requiring to go ahead and install that. Some of the times error may occur on the Linux and the Mac. You're gonna be putting their sudo npm install -g gulp, and obviously it is gonna require the administrator permissions, but on Windows it's completely fine. I guess it's okay. So once you go ahead and install the gulp onto your system, all you want to do is go into the directory you want and hit npm install -save and say semantic -ui, and you're going to be going through the process of installing the Semantic UI. Some of the options might be popping up onto your screen, and by the way, the only reason why I was not able to go ahead and create this one lecture for you was because of the internet problems that I had back in the day. But anyways, my internet is back to the normal, which means 100 kbps speed, which is the slow as shit. But npm install -save semantic -ui. That means that we are going to be saving this library for the further uses, even if it will only get updated only if the git files, that is the the node package, as soon as the version gets upgraded, these files are gonna be upgraded too. So all you gotta do is hit npm install -save semantic-ui. So that is going to go ahead and install the semantic UI for you, and it's going to end up, you're going to be ending up with some files like this. Now notice there are a few files in here. I created the index.html, by the way. There is going to be the semantic folder, and there's going to be the node modules folder, and inside of the node modules folder you are going to be seeing almost 396 different modules being installed from the node package manager, and all of these modules are going to be required by the semantic UI. So obviously semantic UI is a modular framework, so everything is going to be built on the top of each other, you know that, by the way. But for those kind of things it is going to require a lots of files, let's just say it wants to compress it, you want to extract it. For that it is going to require. Now inside of this there's going to be a folder named as semantic. Inside of this, which there's a folder named as dist, which might not be there onto your system I messed up with the English right there, but which might not be onto your system. And the dist folder, it contains all of the CSS files. Now if I go over there, I have compiled it, so it is giving me the one JavaScript file and one CSS file, which I don't really care about. Actually I do care about. And there are all the components. If you want to use just one of the component into your system, you can go ahead and do that. And there's one more folder in here named as themes, which means I can go ahead and switch between the themes. And by the way, I'll be showing you how exactly that part works like. Now there's a source folder inside of which there are so many other options. Now I guess so I'm gonna switch down to the Sublime Text, so that I'll be able to illustrate it to you a little bit better way. So inside of semantic folder, there's a folder named as source, inside of which there are 3 different folders and there are 3 different files. Now there's one file named as semantic.less, and you can see it automatically detected it was less. If it was just without any extension, it wouldn't have detected it, and it would have been with no any syntax highlighting. But it detected it anyways. So let's just get into this file. Well, this file contains this little copyright sort of thing, I don't know what to say. Those folks at Semantic are a little bit too rude. I'm telling it by the experience, by the way. I don't really care, but so I can simply go ahead and use this kind of global variables. I can simply put in there, if I go ahead and create a new element for the semantic UI, I can put it down over here, and I have to create it in somewhere, but that's a too much advanced topic for you to just understand it. And actually, if you're a pro programmer, I don't really care. Go ahead, do it, I don't care. There's folder named as definitions, inside of which there are so many other folders in which you can go ahead and check out the APIs, elements, the global resets, the collections that they had given inside of the documentations page. Like there are so many modules present inside of it, there are a few elements present, there are collections present, so that it will be easy for you to go ahead and create it. This is just some normal styling and the stuff used for that. Then there's the folder named as site, inside of which mostly the same amount of things you're gonna be finding, but notice the file names are replaced by .overrides. And what does that mean for us is we can go ahead and theme it around over here, but for the purpose of this tutorial I don't really want to get into too deep, so I'm gonna be ignoring those parts over here inside of the site. And there's one more folder named as themes, which comes with the pre-built themes for you right into it. So there are so many themes available in here, you can go ahead and check them all out, but you cannot use all of them. Now let me tell you what exactly is happening. So there's a folder named as Amazon, and inside of which there are 2 different folders. One of them is elements. Now I want to use the element named as button, so I can simply go ahead and use the button over there. I cannot use, in that case, other elements like the progress bar, I hope so progress bar is there. No, the progress bar is not there. So you cannot use the progress bar, you cannot use the checkboxes, the form elements, headers and stuff like that. You can only go ahead and use the buttons inside of your UI. I'll be telling you how exactly to do that. Just remember, we need to use this folder name in order to do that. Now there's basic ones inside of which there are so many things available. Almost every single one of them, buttons, icons, steps, and one module, that is progress module. So you can go ahead and check that out if you want. Bookish contains just one element, that is the header, and the bootstrap 3, inside of which there's the buttons from the bootstrap 3. One folder that comes with all of them is default folder, inside of which you can see there are two different folders: images folder, fonts folder, which comes with the flags too, by the way. There's the collections folder, inside of which almost everything is there, elements, all of these elements are there. And now you can go ahead and check out how exactly they are overriding all of this. By the way, all of this code is written in LESS. So if I go ahead and set the syntax to LESS, you can see how exactly that goes like. So inside of elements, you can use this theme as the base theme, and you can go ahead and build it on the top of that if you want to build a new theme for Semantic UI. So I guess it is quite good. So in the similar way, there are so many other things like here. And another package that comes with all of these things is the GitHub, which is the only reason why they build the theming, I guess. There's a example for it by the Semantic UI itself. Well, let me go to the Semantic UI's main page and see the theming part. I told you my internet was shit. Let's just go ahead and see. Click on the menu. Still waiting. I'm gonna edit this part out. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the menu and I'm gonna go to the theming part in here, and inside of there you're gonna be seeing one little lid by example and recreating the GitHub, and there's a little example project by the for the GitHub. And now this looks exactly like GitHub, but it is not GitHub. It is just the normal stuff. Back in the day when Semantic UI had 19,000, almost 10,000 more have been added. It's almost at 29,000. It has already surpassed that, I guess. So it was back in the day, created back in the day, and you can go ahead and check it out. So obviously that's exactly how the Semantic UI's that process really works. All of these things, they had created it for specifically for that site itself. So let's just see how we are going to be implementing the themes inside of our project. There's a file named as themes.config, and there's another file named as theme.less, which we don't really have to care about until and unless we are not creating a theme by ourselves. We are simply theming a Semantic UI. So there's some of these options. Well, let me just go ahead and turn on the less styling, and you're going to be seeing some of these options in over here, and all of these are set to the default. Now what exactly this default means? Well, you can see I have changed it to the collection, to the Gmail, just to demonstrate in the Udemy tutorial. But all of these are set to the default when you are preparing for that. Now what exactly is meant by default is inside of the themes there's a folder named as default, which is considered as the default ones for that particular thing. Now for the reset, you can gonna use reset CSS, or you can go ahead and create out your own, but leaving it to the default, all of the reset files are almost the same, which I don't really care about. They are just unnecessary. They are just waste of time. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. It's like creating Google over and over and over again. I trust in reset CSS, but there are so many other files like that available to you. Default one might just work. It's just same. So there's a site-wide global variable, which means you can implement that theme throughout the site. Now I can go ahead and put in GitHub over here, or I can go ahead and put in their material, or Amazon, but Amazon would change only the buttons. So obviously I can go ahead and put it down over there, but only the element which is present inside of that particular folder will be affected by it. Not other folders are going to be affected. But As soon as you go ahead and put it down over here, you're gonna be seeing that change. So for me, let's just say I want a button by Amazon. I hope so that's how you spell it. I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna refresh the page. It doesn't work that way. Trust me, it doesn't work that way. We installed something at the start of this video from the npm, that was the gulp. So we gotta watch out for the file. So I'm gonna simply remove all of this in here, and I'm simply gonna hit cd to the semantic. Now there's the folder named as semantic, and if you really see over here, there's a file named as the gulp.file.js. Now what exactly that file does mean? It's a file for processing the gulp. I guess that's how you say it. But anyways, gulp, and hey gulp, let's just say watch out for the files that I'm gonna be changing around. Okay, so it might take a little bit of time to go ahead and actually do something, because it really depends on the processor speed and so many other elements like that. I'll resume the video as soon as it will be done packaging all of those files, including the semantic.min.css, and even on the highest end computer it's gonna take a little bit of time, so bear with me. Okay, so it has started out watching for the file changes. So let me just go ahead and hit Control S in here now, so that it will be able to go ahead and build out those all files again. Now you can see it is building out each one of these files, and it's going to take a little bit of time to go ahead and compile the universal package, that is the semantic.min.css, because it is gonna be going ahead and packaging all of these files, and it is gonna take a little bit of rewrite time, as I said a little bit time earlier. I don't know why I'm saying it over and over and over again, but it works that way. By the way, let's just go ahead and set up our index.html file till that time point. Now inside of index.html, you can see I have reference to a file from the /semantic, that is from here inside of the dist folder, the semantic.min.css. Now you can go ahead and put it down in this way, or there's no need to go ahead and do that, but I feel like it's good, always a good practice to go ahead and create it in that way. Now that the file is created, I guess it was created a little bit time earlier only, I have simply put in here a button, because that's all we asked to change over here. Now let's just go ahead and refresh the page. How does that button look like? The button looks like the Amazon button, doesn't it? Let's just say I don't want a normal button, I want a primary button now. Okay, so I'm simply gonna be hitting primary, and you know how the Amazon's primary button is exactly like this. Now obviously it just changed the theming a lot, so you're gonna be seeing this a lot of changes inside of the buttons, but it just works. So I haven't really tried out something yet. This is experimental, by the way. Okay, it doesn't work. UI red button. Okay, it works. It actually works. Red, blue buttons works. I had never tried it out, so I was just trying it out with the Amazon's buttons. It works. Okay, that's all you gotta know. Now let's just say I did a little bit more changes inside of it. Let's just see what we can do now. I guess this video tutorial is going to be a little bit too bad, too long, so let's just see what we can do. Pulsar has the loader. Okay, there seems to be the material that I can go ahead and use. Let me see what is in the round. Okay, so let's just say round over here. I haven't seen how exactly that theme is like, but let's just say round over here, and obviously it has automatically started building out all of these files. You don't really need to go ahead and run the gulp watch again, but if you want to just go ahead, run it once and clear it up for all, gulp build is the command for you. So it is gonna take a little bit of time for uncompressing the CSS, packaging it, and throwing it out for our project. So let's just wait for it, I guess. It's already been like 20 minutes into this video, but anyways, it has created the file. I'm gonna go ahead, go back, refresh the page. Oh, that button looks so wacky. I don't know what does that mean, but I said it. So UI button looks good, quite good actually. It is exactly looking like the ghost button that you see in the on the actual websites, on the actually top websites. Let me just go ahead and style it out a little bit. Let's just say body and say background color equals hash 000, and I'm gonna go ahead, save the page, refresh the page. Okay, so it isn't really transparent button, but it is there. I can go ahead and put in their inverted button. Okay, yeah, there we go. It looks quite good, you know. Even on the black background, it looks really good. So you can go ahead and create this kind of effects. I guess you should be able to go ahead and get through all of these files now by yourself. Just note one more thing. If you are putting round over here, round is only for the buttons. You cannot put a button around over here, here and here, because the round is a completely different property and you don't really want to mess with it. You know, nothing will change even if you go ahead and put it down on any other of these files, because they don't really care about what things you are going to be using. So just demolish it. I My English is pretty bad. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you love this video, just go ahead and slap a like on it. If you want to support me, this is just a bonus lecture. If you want to support me, simply just head over to the site udemy.com/learn semantic UI for beginners. I'll be putting link down in the description or at the end of this video. But slap a like on it, slap a like on this video, support me over there. Patreon page is coming soon, so you'll be able to support me over there too, and I'll be able to go ahead and create more and more tutorials for you guys. And uh, subscribe to this channel if you love this video, if you are new to this channel, because there's almost 96.8% people who are not subscribed to my channel and still watching these videos. I guess you should subscribe, you should give it a try. I'm gonna be creating the sass and stylus tutorials because somebody had Jin Lee, I guess, his name, her name, I don't know, but he had requested me for creating those kind of tutorials too. So I guess I'm assuming that I'm going to be creating those tutorials too, and the Aurelia series is going to be continuing. Sorry for the 2 weeks gap, and I guess so 2 weeks later again my competition for the Google coding is going to start. It's okay, I am prepared for it now. So anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed. I said that thrice, and peace out.